Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. You know, Xander and Gwen was really about to try to do, Dine and Dash. And I'm just like, really? Really, we're at this point now? I mean, obviously they're at this point since they both have no money and don't really understand why they actually haven't gotten thrown out yet. But I feel like that's going to happen sooner or later. Of course, Xander was able to, I guess, apply for a credit card. I don't really understand how, but okay, sure, why not? So they're about to sit there and go out on a night of town. About to go out, some restaurant or whatever, where you got Rafe and Ava sitting there talking. Now, Rafe is sitting there letting Ava know, hey, Christmas cake. So, Ava's playing it all cool, it's like, oh, really? Oh, wow, that's crazy, Rafe was like, yeah, something not sit right with me. Like, when he tells her the story about how she overpowered both of them and she was able to, take the truck and, take them out or whatever, he was like, yeah, she had help. Because there's no way she's going to be able to sit there and do all that. And of course he sees Rafe, he sees Gwen and Xander, and is like, yeah. And I think I have an idea of where that help came from. So he walks up to both of them, and he practically accuses. Here's the thing: it looked like he was accusing Gwen of helping out, Kristen, but he was talking to Xander. He was like, "Hey, listen, I think you did it. I think you helped Kristen, and we're gonna have to sit there and go downtown or whatever." So he takes him down there. He questions Xander. And to be honest, Xander's like, why would I want to help her? She practically screwed me over. And he made this, I'm not going to lie, this dude was literally leaping. And that's why Ava was like, it's a fishing expedition. Because he was like, oh, maybe you wanted to sit there and, make it up to her. You used to work together. Maybe you want to make it up for switching babies and stuff like that. He was like, no. I don't like that woman. She can kick rocks, and if you find the person that helped her escape, arrest their asses too. But with that being said, Xander knew that Rafe didn't really have anything, so he walked. And of course, you got Gwen that's not there panicking. She's panicking. She's feeling guilty. She's like, oh, I can't believe this. I can't believe he's getting arrested for something that I did again. Like, this isn't fair to him. Ava's not there trying to, keep her calm and cool or whatever, so this way she won't, one, blurt it out in front of, everyone in the town square, and two, so she won't lose it and do something stupid. So she does her best to sit there and try to calm the situation down. She also finds out about Sarah being in some sort of island or whatever. It's not Gwen is not there all like, oh man, like what if something happens to her? Poor Sarah, keeping away from her and her family and friends. And I'm like, weren't you just the same person that had no problem, getting revenge and this, that, and the third, and what, now you grow a conscience? Really? Now is the time that you grow a conscience. Okay. Okay, cool. So she does her best to sit there and kind of just have her chill out, relax about the situation, Now, while Roman is pretty much kind of romancing Kate, they're having a good time and everything like that, and they're trying to figure out when's the best time to sit there and tell their kids, that they're back together. So, Roman's pretty much like, we can do it around Christmas or whatever, this way everyone can be there all at once, and if anyone has any sort of, objections or whatever, we can kind of be a team. So they're having a good time, hanging out, dancing, relaxing, and, they talk about Rex, as far as they trying to get him to come back home and maybe bring Sarah back. Rex walks right through the door, and I'm like, yep, now things are about to get interesting. Because, the minute that Xander gets in contact with Rex and asks her about, Sarah, Rex is going to sit there and tell him everything. Because at this point, what does he have to sit there and lie about? And at that point, Gwenpool is going to be sitting there just scrambling. Just scrambling, trying to come up with a way to, keep her man. Because, that's all she has and blah, 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 blah. But, I guess we'll find out about that. So, Chloe finds Brady with blood on his shirt, pants and everything like that, a knife that's like right next to him. Starts asking him, are you okay? You're okay, stay awake, you're okay and stuff like that. But then it's like, oh, so did you see Philip? Where's Philip at? Did you see Philip? I'm like, this dude is literally look like death is about to come from head any second. And you would sit there and think, maybe I should call the cops. Nah, let me just sit there and ask about Philip more. So, after all that, she brings him to the hospital. Kayla takes a look at him. Realizes that, yeah, he has a bump on his head, but everything else, like, there's no cuts or anything like that. We don't know where that blood came from. Now, when she gets the test back, because she's like, maybe I got a concussion or whatever, she finds out that, there's a lot of alcohol in Brady's system. And so Chloe's like, that explains his, like, slurring and stuff like that. I mean, has nothing to do with the giant bump on his head, but alcohol. Okay, fine. So she's like, that explains the slurred speech and stuff like that. But then when they come back with the clothes, like as far as the blood, they realize it's not his, but it's somebody. They mention like old type or whatever, and that's when Chloe's like, yeah, that's Philip. She calls Philip, and Philip's phone, I think, is in Brady's like pocket or pants or shirt or something like that. So at this point, the blood, the phone, the large amount of alcohol, and the fact that she can't find Philip, yeah. So at this point, I'm just not there thinking, all right, Philip. So this is your plan now, right, bro? You just just gonna fake your own death to what? To get back at her? I mean, oh my goodness. This is some real, like, next level high school childish crap. Like, this is really a plan, really. Meanwhile, you got Gabby and Jake sitting there trying to get Victor to, they're trying to pitch the idea of them becoming Titan CEO. And Victor's like, you know what? It's Monday afternoon, kind of bored. Alright, go. So they talk about all the reasons why they could be CEO, and of course Victor's like, yeah, I have family for that. But, a lot of the family don't really want to run the company, and Philip, more or less, is incapable of running the company. So they're somewhat at an impasse. Now, Victor's like, well, we can have Brady do it. But Brady's at Basic Black, which is also owned by DeMero. And, Gabby's like, I don't know, the dude seems pretty happy where he's at. So once again, it comes back down to us. Now, Victor was not there looking at the stocks or whatever. Titan stocks kind of dropping a little bit. I mean, between Gabby Sheik not being there and Philip being Philip, it's just not, it's not looking good right now, So I'm just wondering, I mean, at this point, who else is going to run this company? Seriously, I mean, unless Victor's going to be like, you know what, I'm out of retirement, yeah, let me run the company again. I mean, seriously, you couldn't just get anyone else? Well, actually, to tell you the truth, I don't know if you actually could get anyone else. So I guess that's kind of a good question at that point. I feel like that's about it for the most part. I mean, I know I didn't really talk too much about the Kate and Roman scene, but they didn't really do anything. I mean, they did stuff, but it wasn't like major stuff. It was more like romance stuff, which is nice. You know, Rome pulled out all the stops for her. You know, there's a couple of times where, you know, in the beginning when he was pulling out dishes or whatever, like the first dish was like chowder, and she was all like, "Oh, that's exotic." I'm like, you know exactly who this guy is. I mean, did you want him to take you some sort of like fancy place or whatever? And wasn't she the same girl that was in there cutting up fish when she was on a fishing boat or something? Anyway, it was nice. You know, it was nice to see. I mean, definitely, because you know, a lot of this stuff has been like, you know, possession and stuff like that, and it's not really like soap opera romance and stuff like that. So, you know, it's kind of nice to sit there and have to take a break to get away from the possession storyline for a little bit, to treat it like it's, I want to sit there and say like it's a soap opera, because it's not like it's not a soap opera because of the possession thing, but, you know, there's a lot of people that just, they don't like it. So, yeah. So, it was nice, you know. And Rex came back, so we'll see what's up with that. You know, here's the thing, I gotta sit there and read more about this Rex character, because I remember one of my subscribers was sitting there telling me about Rex, and man, the way she described him was like, this guy was like literally walking, talking dog poop, you know? But he's also sitting there being a doctor without borders, helping people and stuff like that. So how do you be dog poop in 1 minute and be the guy that's willing to go to the other parts of the countries or whatever, to sit there and be helping people in need? Like, how does that work? How do you treat people like dog poo, and it's kind of a dog poo yourself, but also is willing to sit there and go abroad to sit there and help these people? How does that work? Anyway, like always, I feel like I missed something, so if I did, write it down in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.